My name is Christina Davis, Assistant Superintendent of West Chicago District 33. I am pleased to present the 2015-2016 School Improvement Plans, which highlight the goals, targets, and actions each school is taking to increase achievement and support educational opportunities for students. This spring, the district will embark on the development of a new strategic plan that will span 5 years. Therefore, these school improvement plans are for the 2015-2016 school year and could be revised to reflect the new strategic plan. This year, the district improvement process began in August with the development of what we call Key District Performance Indicators, or KDPIs. A KDPI is a type of performance measurement that helps us understand how our district and schools are doing in each area and department. Each department or school or key area falls under a pillar. A good KDPI should act as a compass, helping our buildings and school teams understand whether we're taking the right path towards achieving goals linked to each pillar. To be effective, a KDPI must be well-defined and measurable, be communicated throughout the district, actually be key to achieving our goals, and be applicable to each department and school. Each KDPI is monitored through SMART goals. In order to monitor progress and know if we are meeting our targets, we have developed SMART goals for each KDPI. We know our goals are SMART if they are specific and strategic, measurable, attainable yet challenging, results-based, and time-bound, meaning they have a timeline for when they should be met.
Good evening. This is Sandy Warner, Principal of the Early Learning Center. Our 3 goals for the Early Learning Center this year are aligned to the District Improvement Plan and are aimed at increasing student achievement and readiness for kindergarten. Our first goal is to increase vocabulary development and the use of language for play. For the past 3 years, our focus has been on increasing the vocabulary of our preschoolers. Despite the many supports and interventions that we've tried, we have seen very little movement in our scores. For this school year, our leadership team decided to focus our efforts on learning language and vocabulary through high-level play. Our second goal is to increase student engagement. We are focusing on Kagan cooperative learning strategies to increase not only engagement, but to also increase language and vocabulary. Our third goal is to increase parent engagement. We are looking for meaningful parent engagement and partnerships to help us reach our goals. This year, we have set individual growth goals for all of our students in the areas of play and vocabulary. We expect at least 70% of our students to meet their individual growth goals. While we have historical data on vocabulary, this will be our baseline year for play data. We expect 100% of our instructional staff to use Kagan strategies in their classrooms. All staff have been trained in Kagan strategies. They are monitored and expected to use the strategies in the classroom and their therapy sessions. And Kofi Parent Leadership Training is a new parent initiative that we have this year, and we are working to enroll 30 parents in our initial training session. Some of the new things that we are working on this year, we are working with our consultant and providing professional development and coaching around the areas of play. In addition to our outside consultant, we also have an internal coach that works with our teachers in these areas. With the help of our consultant, we developed our own play rubric that looks at the areas of receptive language of play, expressive language of play, social turn-taking, and play scenarios. We are also conducting a book study on 30 million words. We have contacted the author of this book, and she is interested in working with our Birth to 3 program and preschool programs on the curriculum that they have developed around 30 million words, and also on collecting data on our students. All of these efforts, we hope, will increase our vocabulary scores. For Kagan, we have 3 internal Kagan coaches. In addition, we also have peer buddies for Kagan that observe each other on a regular basis and provide each other with meaningful feedback. We also set aside time at each faculty meeting to share Kagan ideas, videos, and materials, and we are working to become a model Kagan preschool program. As part of our full-service community school model, we are working with Kofi to do a parent leadership training, and we are hoping to empower our parents and help them develop leadership skills. We believe a combination of all of these activities will help us to meet our goals of increasing student achievement.
This is Josh Dakins, principal of the Currier Elementary School, here to share with you our three-part school improvement plan. Our first goal is a literacy goal, and that by spring of 2016, student literacy scores will improve and application of cooperative learning practices will continue throughout the LIT block. Our second goal is a math-related goal, and that, again, by spring of 2016, student math scores will improve and application of cooperative learning practices will continue throughout the math block. Our final school improvement plan goal is that by 2016 we will continue to implement practices that have led to a positive school climate and culture. We believe that at Currier School, the way to achieve these goals is through our block scheduling and continued application of our professional learning communities model. The targets this year are that a percentage of students in the proficient or exceeding range on grade level based literacy measures will increase, and presence of cooperative learning structures and class team builders will be sustained at a minimum of 2 structures during the aforementioned LIT block time. Additionally, evidence of PIEs will increase throughout the LIT block time. The percentage of students in the proficient or exceeding range on building-based measure will increase by 10%, and presence of cooperative learning structures and class or team builders will be sustained at a minimum of 2 structures during the math block time. Additionally, as with the literacy goal, evidence of PIEs will increase throughout the math block time. We will continue with the 100% participation in our daily AM class meetings and increase the number of buddy activities during those class meetings and throughout our day by 50% building-wide. We will continue on our path to reduce the number of office discipline referral incidents by 10%. The timeline for the Currier Action Plan implementation of our school improvement plan for the 2015-2016 school year is continue to dedicate time to our social emotional learning through our Caring School Community class meetings. Our students meet beginning at 8:25 and until approximately 8:50 every morning in a class meeting using the Caring School Community curriculum. We will continue to use flexible scheduling through dedicated block scheduling times for literacy and numeracy. We continue to use our professional learning community time with teachers to analyze data that will drive planning for implementation of best practice instruction. We will continue to sustain current implementation of engaged learning that is being implemented across all curriculum areas. We will focus on PIEs during instructional practice, and as the administrator who is the evaluator for the teachers and staff at the building, I'm working with teachers to identify positive interdependence, individual accountability, equal participation, and simultaneous interaction during my 5-minute classroom visits, during my informal observations and formal observations, and during teacher-led student conversations. We will continue to focus on biliteracy and literacy and its application in all content areas, and we will continue the implementation of guided math at all grade levels. And we are pleased to be hosting the professional development opportunity this year at the January SIP Day.
We're keeping our goals simple this year at Gary School. We're mainly focusing on improving in math and improving in reading. Our specific goals will be to improve performance on the MAP math in both growth and attainment, and improve performance in reading in both growth and attainment in both English and Spanish. Our targets are 50% of students will meet their growth targets, and 50% of students will score at or above the 50th percentile in both reading and math. In order to achieve these goals, we are going to be looking at increasing and improving engagement building-wide across all curricular areas. We will be looking at our Kagan structures in every area of our day. We will also be implementing guided math at grades 4 and 5, and this process has actually already started. We will be receiving coaching in teaching for biliteracy and literacy, developmentally appropriate practices at the kinder level, and on Kagan structures. Our Kagan coaches, our reading coach, and Pat Chamberlain will be working with our staff on a regular basis. I personally will be focusing on improving PIEs during instruction. Hopefully with that, we will have more bang for our buck with our instruction and our engagement. Finally, I will be working with the staff to study and analyze data to drive instructional decisions. My goal is that we will increase our data and instructional practice knowledge significantly and make sure that we are making sound decisions about our instructional practices based on our data.
Hello, this is Matt Bohr, principal at Indian Knoll Elementary School. At Indian Knoll, the leadership team came up with 3 primary goals for this year. By the spring of 2016, we will increase student engagement in content-based activities and assignments. By spring of 2016, student engagement will increase during reading instruction, and we will improve math skills in all students by June of 2016. Our overriding targets, as the team has stated, are at least 50% of our 2nd through 5th grade students will meet or exceed their projected growth targets on the MAP math assessment. The percentage of 2nd grade through 5th grade students who are proficient on MAP mathematics assessments will improve by 10%. And finally, the percentage of kindergarten and 1st grade students who are proficient on the Ames Web Screening Measure will also improve by 10%. Our timeline for this year is to increase and improve engagement across all curriculum areas, implement guided math in all grade levels focusing on 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade in particular, continue to receive coaching for biliteracy and literacy, enhance our Kagan structures within and throughout the building. This is the next one is primarily for me. When I go and visit classrooms, I will begin to focus on PIEs as an instructional tool. You've heard it, but PIEs means positive interdependence, individual accountability, equal participation, and simultaneous interaction. And finally, to continue to analyze data to drive and improve instructional decisions and practices. That concludes the Indian Knoll presentation. As I leave and part you, I'd like you to know that we are 100% dedicated to improving our students' lives and their life chances. I wish you all the best, and thank you.
Pioneer has set a literacy and math goal. In literacy, specifically in grades kindergarten through 2nd grade, we will expect our students to improve in reading fluency in both English and Spanish by 20% from the fall to the spring. In grades 3rd through 5th grades, we will expect a 10% increase of students who are proficient on MAP reading assessment from the fall to the spring. In math, in kindergarten, we expect at least 50% of our students to meet or exceed the target on 10 testing by the springtime. In 1st grade, we expect at least 50% of our students to meet the math fact fluency goals in the spring. In grades 2nd through 5th grade, we will expect 50% of our students to meet or exceed their projected growth target on the MAP math assessment. To accomplish the set literacy and math goals, our grade level teams have really flourished into a true PLC model, professional learning community. Through PLC meetings, teachers and myself are analyzing and reviewing literacy and math data. We discuss trends that we observe within the data and determine next steps. These next steps may entail change of instruction or simply implementation of an activity. Teachers have become very comfortable during these meetings to request coaching and modeling from our reading and ESL specialists. These rich discussions during these meetings have had a win-win opportunity for both our teachers and students. Both are learning, and with learning, we see academic growth. From the beginning of the year, teachers not only analyze their student data, but they set reading and math goals for each of their students. Through this process, teachers include students as part of this discussion, and they set goals together. Students and teachers will discuss strategies that will be done in order to meet these goals. We have involved our parents to understand these goals, and we continue to have parent education nights. Through having all involved, we hope and expect that this will have a positive impact on our students.
Turner School goals for spring 2016 are similar to most of the other schools. They center around an increased use of student engagement strategies and improvement in math and literacy achievement for students. Our targets for this year will be to see a 10% increase in Turner teachers' usage of student engagement activities. Student engagement involves not only Kagan activities, but numerous activities involving social-emotional learning, which promotes a more positive school culture and climate. Math and literacy targets will focus on us having 50% of our students reach their projected goals set forth by the MAP assessments. Our action plan involves the focus on improving PIEs during instruction to enhance the use of Kagan structures through utilization of 3 Kagan coaches, to continue to implement SEL activities to promote a positive environment and culture, to explore implementation of guided math, to use our data and core time to develop ways to improve instruction on math skills, to have our reading specialists provide training, modeling, and coaching to staff, and to have our data disaggregated during data and core meetings to analyze strengths and weaknesses, and any other programs that we can involve our families and students to enhance student achievement.
At Wagner, our academic goals mirror most of the district goals. For reading and math, we will be using MAP scores and will improve at least half of our students' individual projected goals. We are also asking that the students keep their individual goals so that they can chart their own progress. For kindergarten and first grade students, we will be improving their math and reading fluency using RSPAN and CSPAN and MComp to measure goals throughout this school year. We also hope to increase our use of student engagement structures and evidence of PIEs from January to May in all classrooms and settings across the building, especially in those areas of special, so that we can account for the fact that our entire staff has been trained in the Kagan structures. How will we accomplish this? At faculty meetings and at Sam's Club once-a-month meetings, we will be sharing our structures that we have used in our classroom, and this will be led by our Kagan coaches. We also will be compiling a research book of successful student engagement structures that have been used by classroom teachers with professional learning community models so that they can also share their knowledge with other staff members. We will keep this and all the extensive library of Kagan structures that we have purchased in the LLC. Our whole staff is going to review exactly what PIEs means to assess the foundational knowledge to make sure that the Kagan structures are utilized and fulfilled throughout the building. We have a trainer of trainers for guided math in our building, and we will be asking her to help us get started on implementing this across all grade levels. And of course, we always use ongoing data analysis of local and standardized testing to measure our progress throughout the year. We will be continuing to work with the Department of Learning to establish a template to be used across all grade levels.
Lehman Middle School has made changes to their school improvement plan to more closely reflect the KDPIs of the district. Lehman Middle School will improve literacy skills in all students. Our second goal is to improve mathematical skills in all of our students. And our third is to improve the school climate. The target measures we will implement are the following. At least 50% of our 6th through 8th grade students will meet or exceed their projected growth targets on the MAP reading and the MAP math assessments. Second, the percentage of 6th through 8th grade students who are currently proficient in MAP reading or on MAP math assessment will improve by 10%. As an ESL goal, we're looking for 65% of our students to make a 0.5 increase in their overall composite score on the Access. And to support our climate, we're looking for a reduction in the number of disciplinary incidents by 10% from 2014-15 to the current school year. Additionally, we're looking to reduce the monthly percentage of school-wide detentions that were issued by 10% from the 14-15 to the current school year. To support the school initiative plan, we've put together the following action plan. First, we're looking to improve and increase the level of student engagement in the classroom through the use of PIEs and engagement walkthroughs. Next, we'll be implementing content area teaming and content area planning opportunities. We will be providing staff development for Kagan in the content areas and also provide quarterly Kagan coaching and quarterly reading coaching for all of our non-tenured staff members. We've implemented the facilitated literature and facilitated math courses, and we have LMS staff members providing CLIMBS training to support the ESL initiative. To support our climate improvement, we've implemented CHAMPS as a building-wide student expectation program. This includes the training of all staff. We've created a CHAMPS team. We've implemented classroom walls as well as building signage around the entire building. We've also implemented a school-wide positive incentive program with positive referrals, building our Lehman tradition tickets, and recognizing students in the morning announcements. As an additional feature, we are providing the staff with win-win discipline training.